Okay, moving on to training methods. Historically or normally, when we talk about training, we talk about formal trainings, or something that is planned in advance or has a structured format. But nowadays, when organizations increasingly rely on informal training instead of formal training. So organizations prefer to rely on informal training nowadays. Informal training is referring to unstructured, unplanned, and easily adapt to the situations and individuals. So most informal training is nothing other than employees helping each other out. So informal training can be in many different ways, such as helping other employees or giving employees guidance and so on. So job training can be on the job training, can be off the job training. So on the job training, including job rotations, apprenticeships, understudy assignments, and formal mentoring programs. So however, the primary drawbacks of the on the job training, this training can disturb the workplace because on the job training means while performing the jobs, the candidates or the employees also learns performing the job at the same time. So that's why it said on the job training. So while performing the jobs, they also trainings. They also on the process of training in performing the job. So while they are performing the job or while they are doing their jobs, they also consider as a undergoes the trainings. So this actually can disturb the workplace because if the employees do not know to do something, so they may have a problems. They may have to ask others who know, so they disturb others also, and they also cannot perform their job effectively and efficiently, especially when at the beginning of the process. So this can disturb the performance and also disturb others employees who are doing their job. So the drawbacks or the disadvantage of on the job training is disrupting the workplace. Of the job trainings include like normal like a students live classroom lectures, video tapes, public seminars, self-study, internet, satellite, television courses, group activities, and e-training. So all those are off the job training because the candidates or the employees are having a trainings different times, not at the same time as performing the job. So this maybe the employees have been sent to do the trainings. I mean, been sent to attend the classroom lectures or those kind of activities that is not related to performing the job at that time. So they've been given maybe a day off to just attend the training. But on the job training, while doing the jobs, they also consider as a undergo the training. So the process trainings and performing the job happen at the same times for on the job trainings. Of the job training, performing the jobs and attending the trainings happen at separate time. Another training is a computer-based training. This related to e-trainings, that mean online or internet training. So this considered as fast-growing training nowadays because people are actually everything's about internet, about e-learns, about online. So it's the considered is the most popular and the fastest growing training delivery mechanism. So, evaluating effectiveness of the training methods, whether formal or informal. So, it's depend to consider whether the training is considered effective or not. Depend if the level of student satisfaction is increased, or the amount of students learn also increase, or the extent to which they transfer the material from the trainings into their performance or into their job performance is higher than previously, or the financial returns of the investment in the training is considered increased, so that's considered effective. So if all these level of student education is high, amounts of student learn is also high or enhanced, the extent of which they transfer the material that they learn from the training into their works or into the jobs also increase, and the financial returns are also increased that consider. So all this training considered effective. Personality is also important to indicate whether the training is effective or not. Normally, if the employees belong to internal locus of control, that means if they believe in their abilities, they have confidence they can do the jobs. If they have high conscientiousness, that means they are diligent, they are hardworking, they are organized, they are responsible. So the training can be effective for this kind of individuals. And they also have a high cognitive abilities. If the employees or the candidate that have been sent to the trainings have high cognitive abilities, that means they be able to understand faster than others. They have high cognitive intelligence abilities and high self-efficacy. High self-efficacy also more or less similar to internal locus of control. They believe in themselves, they believe in their abilities, they believe that they can do something to change their conditions. So this kind of individual that belong to this kind of personalities learn more when they've been sent for training. So they are more effective because they learn more. They could be able to use what they have learned in trainings into performing the jobs. So another things that contribute to the effectiveness of the training is the climates of the trainings, or the climates where the training is taking place. So when trainees believe that there are opportunities and resources to let them apply what they have just learned from the trainings, they are more motivated and do better in training program. If they believe that they can apply the organization encourage the trainees or the candidate to apply what they learn from the trainings into their work, so that they are more motivated, so the training is more effective. So, and also if the climates after the training support the supervisor and the co-workers to transfer what they have learned into their new behavior. That means what they have learned at the trainings into practicing what they have learned while doing trainings, either into performing their jobs or into their life new behavior. Then if they believe that the organizations or the supervisor, the co-workers support them, provide strong influence to support them in transferring the informations from the trainings into their work, into their new behavior, then it will be more effective. An effective training program also require not just teaching the skill, but also changing the work environments to support the training. So training itself, it may be important, but changing the work environments that support the learning of the new skill at the training also can actually importance for the knowledge of the skill that learns in the trainings to be effective or to be performed by the candidates. You need to change the work environment to become more conducive to applications of the new skill or new things that they learn while the training. So changing the environments basically is important for the effectiveness of the training. So what is performance? So there are three major types of behavior to consider the performance. So when we talk about, for example, increasing employees' performance, when we talk about enhancing performance, especially at the individual level, is referring to task performance. That means increasing in terms of level of effectiveness and efficiency at doing the core job task. So when we talk about task performance, is related to performing core job tasks that directly relate to the job activities. Citizenship is also part of the performance, is referring to the action that contribute to the psychological environments of the organization, such as helping others when not required. So this citizenship is not related to core job tasks, is related to other than core job tasks, but is actually contributes to the psychological environments of the organization. So it's also considered as complement of task performance and also considered as part of performance. Counterproductivity is the opposite of productivity. So counterproductivity, any action that negatively damage the organizations. So when we talk about performance, we talk about the important is having these two performance, but the other is didn't have this kind of behavior, consider also as a contributing to performance. So counterproductivity, example of counterproductivity behaviors such as stealing, damaging company properties, behaving aggressively toward co-workers, and taking avoidable absences. So this actually having the company that do not have this, that mean do not have this kind of counterproductivity, is considered effective company or consider importance for performance. So most managers believe that good performance mean doing well on the first two. That means doing well on this task performance and citizenship behavior, then and avoiding the third. This one, avoiding. So when we talk about performance, we can conclude that the organization need to have these two in terms of individual level performance. That's mean in terms of employees performance, employees need to be good at performing task performance and having citizenship behavior, and and also to avoid this kind of behavior among employees. Then the organization, then performance can be said consider is high or consider effective. Purpose of performance evaluations, normally when we talk about human resource functions or human resource policies and practices, we have first recruitment, we have second selections, and then we have trainings. We after selections, then having trainings, then need to have after trainings need to have the organizations or the managers need to evaluate the performance of the employees that they hired. So that's part also considered as HR function, human resource function, because human resource needs to do, or the managers need to do this performance evaluations of the employees' performance. So managers or management usually evaluates general use evaluations for general human resource decisions. So any human resource decision, for example, such as promotions, transfer, and terminations. Terminations mean fire the employees or terminate the employees. Any decision regarding to increase the salary, to promote the employees into higher positions, to transfer the employees from one department to another or from one branch to another, all these decisions are based on the performance evaluations. So these evaluations consider parts of human resource decisions, especially if it is related to promotion, transfer, and terminations, but basically based on the result of performance evaluations. So performance evaluation will identify trainings and developments are needed. For example, if the managers or the boss evaluate their employees, they found out that there are these employees or their employees have lack of trainings and have lack of developments needs. So they need to provide the training for these employees. They need to improve this employee in terms of their weaknesses by giving trainings, by giving some developments in terms of career development. So through performance evaluation, only the organization will know about the lackness in terms of training or development needs of that employees. So performance evaluation will pinpoint employee skill and competencies needed, whether they needed development or not. And performance evaluation also will provide feedback to the employees regarding what they need, can be also the basis for reward allocation. So if let's say the performance evaluations are good, are high, are satisfied, so they may be given higher promotions, they may be given, they provide some bonuses or allowance and so on. So the organization also need to provide feedback to the employees regarding whether they are doing well or doing bad. So employee can improve if they know about their performance. So what do we evaluate then? We can evaluate in terms of individual task outcome, in terms of their behaviors, in terms of their traits. So individual task outcomes such as the quantity produced, whether the employees produce quantity enough or quality overall safe, for example. Okay, and behaviors in terms of whether they kind of consider prompts in submitting their task or not.